Hello and welcome to Sujith Talks. My name is Sujith Bila, a registered migration agent living in Australia. This video is about why you should go for state nominations in this time of so-called uncertainty period in general skill migration 189, 190 and 489. So this video is part of the immigration news talk and I call it the General Skill Migration or GSM talk. You have to understand that there are 190 visa invitation numbers as well as 489 visa invitation numbers apart from the 189 visa invitation numbers. We always look at 189 visa invitation numbers and then make judgments on the total general skill migration, especially the 189, 190 and 489. Of course, there is a relation between 189 visa numbers and 190 visa numbers, but there's not that much of attention paid to the 190 visa numbers as it is for 189 visa numbers. Of course, everybody wants a 189 visa. There's no doubt about that. But in this day and age, when things are getting a bit tricky and we do not have official information on why there are less number of 189 invitations, it's good to go for 190 visa at this stage. Now, talking about 189 visa numbers, I've got the invitation results here of 7th Feb 2018. Talking about 189 visa invitation numbers, we can see the 7th February 2018 invitations, only 300 were sent out for 189. Okay, and just 5 for the 489 eligible relative stream. If you look back at Jan, there were only 600 invitations in total, and December it's the same. Now there is an invitation anticipated today, 21st Feb 2018. In total, December and Feb put together, we have got 600 invitations via 189 visa. Now looking at number of invitations sent out through 190, the total number of invitations in January alone were 1054 and 489 were 358. Similarly, in December, 952 invitations from 190 and 243 invitations from 489. Comparing these numbers with 189, obviously you can see 190 plus 489 invitations put together are more than 2 times of 189 visa invitations. If you look at total number of invitations so far from the state nominations streams, 190 visa in total till date published till end of Jan 2018 from 1st of July 2017. So we only have numbers till the end of Jan 2018. We've got 5,032 invitations and 489, 2,544. And in 190 visa, most of them came from Victoria and then New South Wales. In 489, most of them came from South Australia and then New South Wales. So New South Wales is a big player here. If you realize that it's where Sydney is And if you're on 190 visa, obviously you can live in Sydney. Everybody wants to live in Sydney and Melbourne, but nobody wants to go to a regional area or to another state or territory where it's not that big as Sydney or Melbourne. You have to understand, general skill migration is not a zero-sum game. And sometimes you are put to test to prove that it is not a zero-sum game. If you have to prove it, you have to give something to the Australian community and to the Australian nation. And show that you are happy to contribute to the Australian economy. When people are not ready to live in regional areas or states or territories which are not that popular like Victoria and New South Wales, if you as a prospective migrant shows interest to live in those areas, obviously you will be given a chance more than people who are not interested to live in those areas. 190 and 489 visas is something that you have to consider when 189 visas are very less in terms of invitations numbers. And we do not know the reasons yet. And I have published a video called 189 visa story where I've compared it to different numbers from visa stream, New Zealand visa stream in the 189. If you haven't realized, there are two visa streams in 189. One is a points tested stream and one is the New Zealand visa stream. Again, we do not have any news about why the number of invitations from 189 are so low despite having a reasonable occupation ceiling values for all the occupations. Approximately, we still have many places left for many occupations such as software engineer and other engineering professionals and other pro-rata occupations. So ceiling value is not an issue. Obviously, there should be something else. And we do not know what that something else is. Now, based on the politicians' statements recently, my YouTube subscribers have been sending me those links where they saw a public commentary from a few parliamentarians about cutting the immigration numbers. Okay, you have to realize that these are public commentary. Okay, politicians' job is to talk. Okay, they talk in different platforms. Sometimes they talk differently in different environments. And the media's job obviously is to publish that. Okay, and to put a spin on it. Sometimes it's the work of a media company, sometimes it's the work of the politician themselves to create a panic in the prospective migrants. Okay, it need not be deliberate. The media company might not think that what it is doing is creating a panic in prospective migrants' minds. Or the politician might not really be that anti-immigration person, but the way he has put out those statements might come out in that light. And not all the politicians are anti-immigration. If you realize and research and read about few politicians like Senator Nick Xenophon from South Australia, he was instrumental in seeing that the citizenship bill last year, 2017, was not passed in the parliament. He was instrumental in doing so, and eventually what happened was it never passed in 2017, and the new rules were never in effect. But the media stories put it that it was already in effect. Okay, so these things happen time and again, and whenever the government is in panic mode, it presses the immigration button. It presses the immigration button. That's a saying in Australian politics. And it might have pressed the button in 2017, and then released it, or it has pressed the button and held on to it, or it has pressed the button, okay, and forgot about it. You do not know. Okay, when you do not know, just leave it like that and focus on what information you have before you had. What information you have is the state nomination numbers from July 1st, 2017 to 31st Jan 2018. You got numbers for Jan exclusive, 190 and 489. Okay, and you got 7th Jan 2018, 189 numbers, and you're waiting for numbers of 21st Feb 2018. Now, in March, there are elections in South Australia. Ethnic xenophone, okay, who was instrumental in saying that the citizenship bill was not passed. He looks like he is pro-immigration, and if he has to do something in South Australian politics in March, and after that, we might see more visas issued from South Australia, state nomination. Okay, and obviously, 489 visa in South Australia can taken to be like a 190 visa, provided you meet the conditions of 489 visa and you satisfy the conditions to get permanent residence from 489 to 887, which is the permanent residence number. Okay, people, you have to realize that permanent residence is a generic term and there are different numbers to permanent residence. And 887 is one of those permanent residence visa type where you get visa from 489 to 887. There's a pathway. And I have made a separate video called 5 Stories, which will explain you different ways to get to that 887, the permanent residence from the 489 visa. Next, if you get a chance to go for a state nomination, go for it. Okay? This is the time you have to really think about state nominations when you're not getting many invitations from 189 visa. If you want your profile to be reviewed by me to see which visa types you're eligible for and which visa types you should go, I can give you a recommendation and then you can decide which visa you can go for. My name is Sujith. I'm a registered migration agent living in the most livable city on earth, Melbourne. Please contact me if you need immigration advice. And go to my website sujithtalks.com to schedule a consultation to get immigration advice. For pristine information about general skilled migration, especially 189, 190 and 489 visa types, subscribe to my channel Sujith Talks and click on the bell icon. Click on the bell icon to get notified, because if you do not press the bell icon, even though you have subscribed to my channel, you might miss out a few videos. If you click on the bell icon, obviously you will be notified. Thanks for watching this video. Stay tuned for more.